Did you know that belly fat, you know, that little lovely area that's right about around here? Did you know that that can cost you more than just the quality of your life?
That's right. It can also hit you in the pocketbook, too. And here to tell us all about it is Genie James, CEO of Dr. Randolph's Ageless and Wellness Medical Center. Welcome, Genie.
I'm glad to be here.
Always good to see you. So how many people in the U.S., this is kind of becoming a bit of an epidemic, but how many people are finding themselves now in the U.S. overweight or obese? And what is the difference between obesity and just being overweight?
That's a great question. The studies show that 60% of Americans are at an unhealthy weight, and more than 33% are obese. And the difference between overweight and obese is 10 to 20% over your ideal weight, your healthy weight that your doctor will tell you should be. That's overweight, but more than 20% and a body mass index greater than 30, you're obese. And it's not just that you can't get into your genes, because that's what we all think about. Oh my goodness, I'm getting older.
That's a good indicator,
Yeah,
though.
right, it is. It's a danger sign, because belly fat is our nation's #1 seismic health risk. That visceral fat around your abdomen and your organs, it puts you at greater risk for heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, and even some forms of cancer. So it's a huge risk. Yes.
I didn't even know that there was a link between the belly fat and Alzheimer's.
Yes.
And you're specifically talking about this area. Why is it that so much goes there? Why do we pack on the pounds there? And why is it so dang hard to get rid of it?
Yeah, great questions. Well, you know, one of the things when we think about is why are we so fat? Is it's what we eat. And so we've got the processed foods, too much sugar, we've got all that going on, and then we're sitting on our tushes too much, so we're not really moving. The average person's sitting on their bums about 9 hours a day between eating, driving, working, whatever. But the real issue is age and stress-related shifts of hormone production at a cellular level. The shift in your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone combined with stress hormone cortisol puts those pounds right around your belly, butt, hips, and thighs. Now here's what's even scarier, is that belly fat produces more unhealthy estrogen, which causes more pounds to go on. So you're in a double whammy. You just can't lose it. You just can't lose it.
Yeah, and I've noticed as I've gotten older, you know, my 20s and 30s, it was so much easier. I get in the gym, if I put on a couple pounds, I can knock it off real quick. But as I've gotten older, it's not the same.
No,
it's
your
so
metabolism is
impacted
by your hormones, so you're really in a vise right there.
Yeah, I got to ask you, what's the correlation with obesity or the belly fat and money? How is it costing us money?
It's huge. Okay, so what happens is as you get overweight to obese, the out-of-pocket cost for the individual can go from women up to $4,800, men $2,600 a year. Now let's just break that down a little bit. So let's say you're on cardiovascular disease drugs, heart disease, blood pressure, cholesterol drugs. Your out-of-pocket cost can go from $30-something a year over to quadruple to $250-something. Diabetic medicines, your insulin, can go from $50-something to over $300 a year. And the risk, again, for like people that are overweight and putting those pressure on their joints, their hips, their knees, and going to have medical costs there, they can see their medical costs go up into $700 a year. So now if your insurance picks that up, you're still having the copay, so it's still going to be out of pocket, but really at risk are those people in Medicare who are in what they call the donut, so all that out-of-pocket prescription cost is coming back to them. A seismic 46% of Americans that were surveyed by AARP said, it was actually in USA Today, I think we're going to show it there, there it is. It was actually saying that 46% said they don't have enough money to pay for their medicines. So it's a very scary phenomenon.
Well, and you also say that there's a correlation between working men and women and being overweight and costing you opportunity and money. How so?
Well, employers are concerned because if you're overweight and they're interviewing you, they're concerned that you're going to increase their health care costs, the insurance costs, so they might back off because of that. There's also a perception, and perception is reality, that overweight people are not as productive, that they're lazier. They can't discipline themselves to take care of themselves, so how are they going to do on the job? Now, this one will floor you particularly. Overweight women, on an average nationally, make $9,000 less than their fit peers, and if you're obese, the studies say $19,000 less per year than your fit peers. That was new research out of University of Michigan.
That seems a bit discriminatory.
It is called weight discrimination, and it absolutely exists.
Wow. So what do we do about it? How do we, I mean, once we notice it, we feel it, what do we start doing to make sure that we're not going down that road, first
Yeah,
of all,
yeah.
prevent it, and then if we're there, what do we do to
Well, I'm the
take it
poster
back?
child for this because in my early 40s, I popped up 12 pounds, and that was a shift in my sex hormones, my estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And then in my early 50s, I had an undiagnosed thyroid disorder, 13 pounds. That's 25 pounds because the average person is going to gain 1 to 2 pounds between the ages of 35 and 55 related to their hormones. So I worked diligently and desperately with my husband, Dr. C.W. Randolph Jr., to write this book, From Belly Fat to Belly Flat. And it's a lifestyle plan to get those pounds off once and for all. So we focus on the exercises you can do that are going to rebalance your hormones at a cellular level, like more squats, heavier weight, high intensity training. Also looking at foods like cruciferous vegetables, citrus foods, flaxseed oil. You don't see cupcakes in there, sorry, that are really going to help get rid of that unhealthy estrogen load. But at some point, you may be doing all the right things and you're in that age in your 40s or 50s that you're eating right, you're exercising more, and you can't lose those last 20 pounds. At that point, you need to see a medical professional who understands how to take your blood and measure your hormone level deficiencies and see what you need to get you back where you're not sabotaged at a cellular level, that you really have not only hope, you have a solution.
Yeah, get your life back, you
Get
say.
your life back. I mean, what's the point in living 10 to 15 years longer if you're sick and fat and broke?
Right.
There you go. Now listen, we're running out of time,
Okay.
but quickly, tell us.
Okay, if y'all will email, and remember email is email, not call, us at info@hormonewell.com, info@hormonewell.com. The first 25 people will get a free book plus free shipping. It's typically $16.95, and everyone else will get on our e-newsletter list. And we don't bombard you, we just do 1 or 2 a month.
Okay,
Wow,
one more
thanks.
time, because you said it quickly.
Info@hormonewell.com, info at HORMONEWELL.com.
There you
25
go.
people.
There
Write
it
that down.
is.
Thanks so much,
Break it
Jeannie. We
down.
always love you being here. Listen,
It's
if I could
great.
just get half the energy that you
You know,
have, sign me up.
I
All right.
want what you're taking. I'm on my way.
Okay,
And we'd like to
good.
thank Dr. Randolph's Ageless and Wellness Medical Center for coming on, of course, and sponsoring this segment.
Yep. For more information or to make an appointment, you can check out the website, agelessandwellness.com, or give them a call at 904-249-3743.